Right back at it like we never left. Beautiful people, I hope y'all are doing great. And as you can see at the bottom of the screen, I'm now providing y'all with a ticker where you can see all the scores and the stats from this past weekend. By the ticker, you can tell I'm stepping up my game. But judging by the greatness I witnessed this past week though, I know y'all stepping up y'all game too. This week's show is all about history. I have a cross country runner from Decaney who, judging by their appearance, you wouldn't think they had so much greatness inside of them. We're going to shed light on MacArthur's cross country success, and over in football, I have the best performances and the clutchest plays from Westbury versus Sam Houston, Madison versus Sterling, plus I got highlights from Austin's epic homecoming victory. Like I said, this show is about history, so don't go nowhere because I have a historical segment of Serve It Up from Scarborough High School, and I have the greatest football performance to show you from running back Afrony Johnson from Fur High School. As a wise man by the name of Ricky Bobby once said, if you're not first, you're last. And because of that, I have to kick off the show by acknowledging the greatness of Miss Kelly Carter. Kelly is a cross-country runner from Decaney High School, and though she looks sweet and innocent, she killed everybody by coming in first place at the 16-6A cross-country meet on last Friday. Kelly made school history with coming in first place, but what's unique about her finish is she's only a freshman. Listen to the motivation behind her performance. I am here with Miss Kelly Carter from Decaney High School. Miss Kelly, you came in first place out of everybody, and what people may not know by looking at you is that you're a freshman. Take me through what it feels like being a freshman but still coming in first place.
It feels awesome because I'm a freshman and I beat all these varsity girls. And I was nervous at first, but now I think I'm going to win the rest of track season.
Talking about being nervous at first and being a freshman, how have you been able to stay confident and not shrink on the big stage when you're amongst, so many girls who may have more experience than you?
It's because, I think in my heart that my auntie is still with me because she passed away recently, and I just want to win for her, so it's I really don't care if they're older than me. I can still try to beat them. So.
Is that fight, no matter who you're going up against, something your auntie instilled in you? Looking ahead, you're going to be the only lady that's representing Decaney. Take me through what that means for you personally to be representing yourself, representing your auntie, and be wearing Decaney on your back.
It feels good because I'm a freshman and I'm still about to go to regionals, so I'm excited.
What were your goals before this year? Was this a goal for you? Have you reached your goals?
This is my goal, to try to beat varsity.
What goals do you think you're going to set for yourself now moving forward?
To try to get a scholarship and graduate and try to be in the Olympics when I get older.
I heard that. I believe your auntie will be extremely proud of how you played today. And congratulations, Miss Kelly Carter for Decaney High School.
The District 16-6A district champion with a score of 40 points, Houston MacArthur High School.
While Kelly shined as an individual, MacArthur shined as a team. They proved their confetti was heavy as they made a sweep at the 16-6A cross-country meet to be crowned district champs as they came in first place from the freshman team all the way up to the varsity squad. Listen to Coach Zane talk about the team's performance. I'm here with Coach Zane, the head coach for MacArthur's cross-country team. Coach, you just got a clean sweep from freshman all the way up to varsity. What is the secret to the success?
Having dedicated kids. It's easy to coach a sport when you have kids who are so committed to the sport. They showed up every day this summer when they could have been at home playing games and whatnot. So, credit, hats off to them for being so dedicated to the program.
I am here with Miss Samantha Hernandez, a part of MacArthur's girls cross-country team. Samantha, you guys won as a team. You came in first place. Take me through what it took for you guys to get the win as you won by a second.
Well, we practiced all summer and we gave it all we got. We had some obstacles to go through, but we all came together as a team to try our best and get first place.
talking about the obstacles that y'all had to go through, when you found out that you guys were first place, it was a very emotional moment for you. What was going through your mind in that moment?
I was just so proud of my girls that we all got through it together. And yeah.
I'm here with Dario Ramirez, cross-country runner from MacArthur High School. We're here at the district meet. Dario, you came in first place. What was it like staying ahead of the pack?
I just felt amazing. Yeah, overall it was a good day. I was feeling it ever since I woke up. Can't say anything else. My teammates did good as well. I mean, I've been dreaming about this day basically my whole cross country life.
Hey, Attaway, let's go. Hey, go.
In a world filled with 1,000,001 clothing brands, it's hard to find a clothing brand that speaks to your lifestyle. And for many of you out there who are certified grinders, the perfect brand to describe your lifestyle is Money Runners. It's an emerging brand with a variety of colorways, so you have many options to choose from. And when you put the shirt on, people will already know what you're about, so you don't got to do too much talking. To check out their gear, you can visit Instagram at Money Runners, MR, and you can find gear on Facebook by searching Money Runners. On Friday night, the biggest game of the night was Sterling Aviation versus Madison. Due to realignment, Madison and Sterling are in a tough district this year with Manville, Marshall, and Willow Ridge, which leaves the playoff spots pretty much slim to none. A win for either team could be the deciding factor on which team makes it into the playoffs. So without a doubt, this district matchup carried high rewards and severe consequences. Out the gate, Sterling didn't play around. As 3 plays into their opening drive, Terrence Brown turned on the burners for a 55-yard touchdown. The game got a little messy afterwards though. Madison failed on the 4th down attempt. Sterling turned the ball over with a fumble, and Madison gave the ball right back to Sterling as they were picked off by Sterling's Jacorlin Davis. Finally, converting off a turnover, Sterling's Terrence Brown took matters into his own hands as he hit Madison with the boop boop, stay with me now, to score an 18-yard touchdown to put the Raiders up 12-0. Terrence finished off the half with 2 passing touchdowns to Frank Brown to end halftime with a 26-0 lead. Madison scored to open up the third quarter with a 30-yard touchdown pass from Jaden Holiday to Sterling Sorrell. However, LaQuinn Harkless took the life out of Madison as he turned this pick into a pick 6. Sterling won the game 48-14, and Terrence Brown finished the game with 3 rushing touchdowns and 2 passing touchdowns. I'm here with the true squad, the Sterling Raiders, after a big win against Madison. Yeah. Right now, I know they deep. I know y'all see everybody, they deep right now.
Close mouth.
Everybody had a big part in today's win, but 2 guys who really stood out is Terrence Brown and Mr. Frank Brown. Fellas, I don't know if y'all too familiar with New Jack City, but Terrence, when I look at your play, all I can think of, am I my brothers keep up? If you know how the Sterling Raiders play, you know Frank Brown is, he gives y'all go. He struggled tonight, but you stepped up. Yes, talk about your play, man.
Hey, Coach McGee, I shot him right since my 9th grade year. He was saying next man up, so it's next man up.
You had 5 touchdowns, 3 rushing, 2 passing. Any touchdown in particular that stands out to you?
It's all of them, baby. It's all of them. Yeah. Hey, angels do it. We all did it. Yeah.
Another game with playoff chances riding on it was Westbury versus Sam Houston. You wouldn't have known how important the game was, though, because of how ugly the game started. Penalties, and more penalties is what the game consisted of for the most part. At halftime, the score was 0-0, and the first points of the game came off a safety debacle that looked like it could have been a touchdown since it was a recovery fumble by Rashad Sacco and not an actual tackle in the end zone. However, Sam Houston took a 2-0 lead early in the 4th quarter, but unfortunately, a 2-point lead wasn't enough as Westbury Kenneth Brown scored a game-winning touchdown with 1:48 left in the game, and then Jadarick Boudreaux and Quinn Miller assisted on a safety to put the final nail in the coffin for a 9-2 victory. Talking about that conversation we had before the game, it's y'all first win of the season, but looking at the district standings, y'all still got a real good chance to finish strong in this season. How does that feel?
Man, we right in the middle of it. You're not at the top, but you ain't at the bottom, right in the middle where you want to be, and it's win or go home. So, I mean, I'm gonna get them ready. We're gonna work and try to put the best product on the field we can to represent Westbury.
Head coach Greg Wilson for the Westbury Huskies. Thank you for your time, coach.
Thumbs up.
Stephen F. Austin versus Wisdom was another ugly game. Not because of a lack of performance, though, but because of an overperformance by the Mustangs. Austin was up 48-0 at halftime, and with the running clock, they won the game 68-0. Volleyball, and more volleyball. In volleyball news, District 18-6A has had a shift in power. For the past 4 years, Bel Air has been the district champs, but it's not looking like that will be the case this year as Westside beat Bel Air for the second time this season on last Wednesday. Westside now has a district record of 9-0 with just 2 games left to potentially go undefeated and become the new district champs. Finish strong, Lady Wolves. Though Bel Air lost to Westside, Bel Air still did something amazing this past weekend as they ran in the Head for the Cure 5K race. The race is about running to raise money and awareness for brain cancer research. The Lady Cardinals ran on behalf of Lauren Donovan, and for them to take out time on a Saturday morning to be a part of the race is very honorable and a testament to the kind hearts the Lady Cardinals have. Since we're talking about kind hearts, 2 ladies who don't have kind hearts, only when it comes to playing volleyball though, is Rachel Stewart and Asia Howard. The ladies are seniors, and they helped take their team from only winning 1 game last year to this year having a chance to make the playoffs. What makes this Serve It Up segment historical is it's the first Serve It Up segment where I got the chance to walk and talk with 2 players at the same time. Check it out. What's up, beautiful people? I know y'all looking and y'all watching. Y'all like, he got 2 people with him from Serve It Up. It's all good. I'm at Scarborough High School. We about to make history. I got Miss Rachel Stewart over here to my left. I got Miss Asia Howard over here to my right. Ladies, y'all know what Serve It Up is about, so let's get it going, all right? So to kick it off, would y'all say heels or sneakers?
Sneakers.
Why?
Because heels hurt.
Sneakers. I like being comfortable.
Makeup or no makeup?
No makeup.
Makeup.
Why?
Because
I don't like beating my face.
That's cool, that's cool. Favorite movie?
Ghost Runner.
I would say Beauty and the Beast.
Favorite snack?
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
What have y'all enjoyed most about this season?
Winning.
Everything.
What drill do you least like the most?
Back row.
The running drills.
Give me something your coach has told y'all all year long.
Watch your attitude.
That's good enough, that's good enough. We finished it strong, and on top of that, ladies, don't forget we made history. First segment where we did 2 ladies at the same time for Serve It Up. I greatly appreciate y'all time. When y'all see this dynamic duo on the court, you know they coming to kill.
Yep.
Always.
People, understand, I will say it until I'm blue in the face. If I can't make it to your game or practice, you can still be on the show. I stress that because I truly want the world to see your greatness, and this show can make it happen for you. Some of y'all sleeping on that concept though. That's cool. However, before the show ends, for those who have been tagging me in their highlights, we're going to take out the time to acknowledge them, starting with Dexter Wobble Jr. Dexter is the quarterback for the Humble Wildcats, and this past weekend against Summer Creek, he threw for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dexter is a junior, and he currently holds a 3.4 GPA. Shout out to Robert Turner Jr. for tagging me in his highlights too. Rob had 2 touchdowns against Westfield last weekend as he was the only Eisenhower Eagle to score on the team. He finished the game with 100 yards of total offense as he scored off a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown. Swoop, swoop! I had to bring it back because this highlight reel deserves a special introduction. The highlights I'm about to show you next is what makes this show so special. Had this show not been created, the performance by Anthony Johnson against North Forest would have never been heard about. But thanks to Johnson's coach for hitting me up, it is with great pleasure I show you one of the greatest high school football performances thus far in the season. Anthony Johnson from Fur High School had 254 rushing yards off 30 carries. He rushed for 2 touchdowns and he caught a touchdown. What truly made the performance great, though, is in his first time at playing defensive back, Anthony caught 2 picks. I say, what's better than 1 pick? 2, especially when the person who caught him on the same team as you. In case you got lost trying to keep up with Anthony's stat line, he finished the game with 254 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 48 receiving yards with 1 receiving touchdown, and 2 interceptions. Shout out to Coach Gray and his coaching staff at Ep.4 High School for developing great talent. And Anthony, if you don't do nothing else, please keep balling out of control. Remember, had it not been for this show, Anthony's performance would have went undiscovered. Who knows? Maybe next week I'll be talking about your highlights on the next show. I'm Edward McFarland Jr., and I'll see you next week on The Undiscovered.